Going to be taking out the center console and redoing it. This held my voltage regulator and 8/8. Really cluttered in here. Sorry, it's kind of dark with all the wires and everything for all the switches. Could do a better job organizing and just making it look better overall. So that's what I'll be working on next. Sounded good though. But as you know, all things can be improved on, especially here. So, gonna get started on that. First rendition of the new center console seat combo. Preliminarily assembled with screws. Still some things that need to be fixed, obviously. But that's that. Going to change a few things. I'll update you when I get that done. Alright, here it is after some changes have been made. Doesn't look too different, but it is a lot lower. Well, about 2 inches lower. I may have to redo this piece and make it a little taller. But that's what I'm thinking, something along those lines. This can come out a little further as well. Now I'm going to take everything out, do a few more modifications, so I can also get the center console out. At least one side of it, so I can finish the mock-up. But it's coming along. Alright, a little bit more progress. It's starting to look like a toilet seat a little bit, but I promise you it's not. Got that piece in, and the side. Little gap, which I filled with adhesive. I won't say the name of it this time. But PL. And got the bottom trimmed up nicely. Moving along. Have the driver's side taken out and copied with the new design. Fun fact was that I actually had this design, the exact same piece, but taller, and the armrest was uncomfortable. This height with the 4/8 was perfect, and I actually managed to fit the 12s back into it. Now this is the inside. The speakers will mount to the inside, so this is the side you'll actually see in the car. I will take the screws out because they do poke through. It's just holding them in place while the glue dries. Pretty thin at the top, have to do some special modification to the top plate. Really thin here, thankfully it didn't break before I can get it screwed together. But there it is. Since I want the 15s to be in their own airspace, in a sealed box, just like how this side, well, it's covered by the wire now, but like the front is sealed off, this piece is now placed, as well as this one, which goes all the way up. This hole is the last spot where air can pass through on this side. So once I figure out something for that, because I don't want to block my wires off forever, that side will be sealed. And all that's left is finishing up this side. Since you already saw the side with the 12s, you can kind of guess that I threw that other piece out, going with 12s on both sides. This is really tall. I didn't do the best keeping this straight, so I will have a gap to fill. But I am working on the top as we speak. Nice angle to it. I cut this piece out because when I had the original center console in here, one of the screws was left in, and I had to notch the corner, and it looked horrible, and I didn't think I could fix it easily. So I cut it out, and I'll just re-add that piece later on. I said forget it on ever getting these wires out, caulked around them. Both sides. Got this side pretty much sealed up. how it looks on the inside. That wire is for the LEDs that comes out of the box. Comes up here so I can have the controller right there. And after a quick coat of black, speakers are sitting in there. Looks great, honestly. Plenty of room in between. Slight phase difference so they're not firing into each other. Not wired phase, I just mean how they're mounted. Little height and offset. About ready for the top to go on and for the 15s to go in. 115 is in. I added some fill. I heard that was good for sealed boxes. I don't know how much to add, but that's like 2 bags. Of course, there's more in here, the bottom part too. Before I put the other one in, I want to show you why these weren't good in the doors and why they need to be moved to something that can actually hold their weight. I mean, here, it doesn't matter if these speakers were 5 pounds or 50 pounds. These are like 25, 30, somewhere around there. Really big 15, and the amount of power they could handle. The doors vibrated really bad with them in there, and they didn't sound good for how heavy they were and how much power they were requiring. So I moved down to a smaller 15. These are like 7 to 8 pounds, about 150 RMS compared to 800. 4-inch coil, 1.5, I think, or 2, probably 1.5-inch coil on these. They didn't make the door vibrate, but obviously less power means they weren't putting out as much sound, so I scrapped the idea. Glad to be able to put these in somewhere again. Can't wait to hear how they sound. I wanted to hear how they would sound ported, so I removed all the polyfill and added a 4-inch port flare at the top and a second one down here at the bottom. Put this piece of wood over top of the other 15 and spaced it with some 2x4s. Just high enough so it's still under there and can breathe without you crushing it when you sit down. Also added 8 Silk Dome tweets to the roof. I know you've seen the doors pop in and out here and there. I don't want to show them too much. That video is coming next. But just the 412s, the 215s, and the 8 tweeters in the roof. Let's hear how it sounds. Hold up, wait.